Hi, I'm Scott Rawls, President of Wake Tech, and welcome to the 2022 Fall Commencement Exercises. You're here today because you're a supporter, a family member, a friend of one or more of our great graduates. We're honored you're here, and we join you in celebrating each graduate who will walk across the stage today. Congratulations to the class of 2022.
I certainly didn't think that I had any potential. But then I found Wake Tech. Wake Tech taught me a new definition of potential. It is the prelude to ambition. This moment required each of us to find our own potential and reconstruct that potential into ambition. Wake Tech schooled me in being my best self, and it gave me an exemplary trajectory. Do not forget to take in the now and embrace this moment and this achievement. It is not small.
My name is Khadijah Scarborough, and I'm a nursing student at Wake Tech. I started my career in Fostering Bright Futures program, and it helped me to shape my purpose in life. Fostering Bright Futures program has helped me excel in my nursing studies. They have helped me shape my focus into pursuing my dreams of becoming a nurse. I wanted to get involved in a nursing program because I knew I was made for change, and I knew I wanted change to come from my hands, from my own heart. Being a foster child was the most terrifying experience I have ever gone through. There were nights where I had no idea if I was going to wake up the next day. Nights I was just terrified of knowing what was going to come next. But now, Wake Tech, Fostering Bright Futures, they have made me excited about what comes next. Because now I get to go beyond the threshold of being a foster child. Now I get to be a woman, living my dreams, and overcoming such a terrible experience, a childhood trauma, to now inspiring others that they can do it as well. My setback was a setup for my comeback, and I am thoroughly happy that Wake Tech and Fostering Bright Futures were a part of that. My next step in my career is joining Johns Hopkins as a psych peds nurse. After spending some years at Johns Hopkins, I plan on obtaining my bachelor's degree and then going forward and obtaining my master's as a family nurse practitioner. Throughout my journey since 2014 to 2022 now, I have obtained 2 degrees, visited Paris, and overcome every obstacle that has come my way. Wake Tech is more than just a college. It's more than faculty and students and staff. It's a family. It's a loving, caring, supportive family that want you to succeed and become the best person you can be. My name is Khadijah Scarborough. I am not a statistic, and this is my Wake Tech story.
Call it drive, call it motivation, or even determination. We all have a spark, something that burns within, a drive to prove ourselves, motivation to succeed, determination to prove them wrong, a spark to do the unexpected. It's time to fuel that spark. Ignite your future. Wake Tech.
My name is Erin Ellison, and I'm getting my degree in Associate in Arts at Wake Tech. I was actually homeschooled, and when I got out of high school being homeschooled, I got my GED, and I ended up coming to Wake Tech because it was affordable, it was a pretty easy solution, and at the time I had a lot of anxiety and wasn't very confident about myself to go straight into university. So I saw the transfer program and thought it would be a good stepping stone to get to where I wanted to be in university. With my Associate in Arts degree, I'm planning on transferring to NC State to go into psychology. And I eventually want to obtain a doctorate degree in psychology. My plan is to be a practicing therapist for my career. I decided that I wanted to go into psychology because I myself have had struggles with mental health, and a lot of my friends and family also have. And I've always been the person that's like a helper and a listener. And when I found out about therapists and what they do, it really intrigued me, and I'm very passionate about making a difference in people's lives, and so that was just the perfect fit for me. At Wake Tech, I feel like I had a much more personal experience than I would have going to a university right off the bat. Number one, the professors really care about the students, and the class sizes are smaller, so it provides a lot better instruction and personalization in your classes. Even in online classes, professors still communicate with the students very well. And I've also been part of the honors program, so it's given me an opportunity to work more one-on-one with my professors and develop those connections with them too. Wake Tech is a great school because it gives you the opportunity to bridge the gap between high school and university, and it's very accepting of people from all different backgrounds. You don't have to have perfect grades or anything like that to get into Wake Tech. It's a great place to get your start in your education. My name is Erin Ellison, and this is my Wake Tech story.
We can help you land the job you want and jumpstart your career. Here are 5 foolproof tips to help you get ready for your future. Tip number 1, get your resume in shape. Wake Tech's career specialists can help you make sure your resume is polished, professional, and up to date. Tip number 2, practice your elevator speech. What's that? It's you, the Wikipedia version, that highlights your skills and experience and leaves potential employers wanting to know more. Tip number 3, prepare for your interview. Research the company and come up with relevant questions to show you're interested and that you've done your homework. Tip number 4, attend a career fair. Take advantage of a wide net of employers and the opportunity to showcase your strengths. Tip number 5, wear professional, job-appropriate attire and present your best self. Remember to smile, shake hands firmly, and speak clearly. Get the latest info and more tips like these at careers.waketech.edu. Discover your future.
My name is Max Verplank. I'm in the Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration Technologies program at Wake Tech. I was originally at Wake Tech in the automotive program, and I got a job in the air conditioning field. And I decided to go back to school once I finished automotive to try out this program. The program's been pretty great. There's lots to learn. We'll go over electricity, refrigeration, install, all these units here. We actually installed that because it's a new building. They wanted us to get some experience on installing everything. The instructors here at Wake Tech are great. A lot of them actually have their own businesses outside of Wake Tech, and they do Wake Tech on the side to teach us all the stuff that they know and all the tips and tricks that they've learned over the years. After I graduate from Wake Tech, I want to further my career in the HVAC world, but more specifically in the building automation part of it. Wake Tech is great because you're not paying as much as you would at a university, and I feel like the teachers here know just as much, if not more, than any other university. What I like best is they specialize in these programs like automotive and heating and air, and you don't really have to pay for a whole bunch of filler classes because you're just jumping right on in. With the automotive program and with HVAC, if you tell them that you went to Wake Tech, a lot of them will hire you right on the spot because of the reputation Wake Tech has. My name is Max Verplank, and this is my Wake Tech story.
If it wasn't for Wake Tech, I don't know really where I would have ended up. Coming straight from the Army, in my case, I wouldn't have gotten into a university. I needed Wake Tech. When I was in high school, I never planned on going to college. So I didn't do the steps necessary to take myself to a university quite yet. And I knew Wake Tech would get me ready for that. My name is Ryan Fowler, and this is my Wake Tech story.
I really didn't know what I wanted to do when I grew up. I knew I wanted to go to college to get a further education, but unsure what I wanted to study. Having made the decision to come to Wake Tech for interior design and knowing that it actually did work out for me is a story that I'm willing to tell and really enjoy telling other people. If it wasn't for Wake Tech and the affordability of the program, I'm not sure where I would be. My name is Achieva Sandiford, and this is my Wake Tech story.
I sometimes like to say, Wake County runs on Wake Tech.
Wake Tech can provide the instruction and connections to jobs.
We are so privileged to be our community's college.
And it really does show that Wake Tech is such a critical part of the economic development conversations in our area.
My home county is the home to the best community college in the United States.
Wake Tech changes lives every day.
Wake County runs on Wake Tech.
With my long journey from having graduated to high school, experiencing a lot of different jobs, and then eventually making it back to Wake Tech to pursue exactly what I wanted to do. Wake Tech has been an absolute phenomenal tool. It's become something of my own community, it's become my family, it's become anything that I could think of. If I hadn't ever attended Wake Tech, I don't think I'd made it as far as I'd make it right now. My name is Osvaldo Rodriguez, and this is my Wake Tech story.
My name is Roland Welsh.
My name is Emmeline Leon Lopez,
And I am in the automotive program at Wake Tech.
and I am a student at Wake Tech in their automotive program.
So the students are learning on the Pro Cut, and when they leave here, that's the machine they're going to use when they go work at a shop.
It's a good opportunity to have a career in it.
Me as a student that came from not knowing much to now knowing a lot more, I love it here.
It's getting harder to just walk into a shop and pick up a wrench and start working.
But nowadays, cars are running off of computers. And so now cars are more computer than car. I went to Eastwick High School and I'm a recent graduate, and I took automotive classes for 3 years. Since I have automotive experience and I liked it, I felt like it would be a perfect opportunity to major in automotive at college.
I actually got a job within the 2 first weeks of school here just by being in the program itself in the industry.
My dream job is to actually make cars one day and actually try to open up my own shop.
Since I get to use the skills here from school that I learn and that our teacher lets us know, I get to use them at work, right after school. And that prepares me even more to what I want to accomplish later after school.
It's very fortunate that us students were able to be one of the first students to attend here at the new facility.
I would just like to encourage those people that want to get into the program itself and into the automotive industry to go for it, not to be scared, to not either be discriminated either by gender, and that's it.
I had lived in Texas for my entire life, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I took a huge leap of faith and moved to North Carolina, knowing no one outside of my immediate family. I knew one thing though, that I wanted to continue my education, and that was of utmost importance to me. So I was told by a friend to check out Wake Tech, and that's how I started my journey there that has lasted now 2.5 years. In that time, I have earned my degree, I've become a Scott Scholar, I joined the Air Force Reserves and went to basic training. I returned from basic training to a supportive staff that have just mentored me and taught me so much, and then supported me to coming to NC State in the transfer process. I'm so grateful every day that I've made the decision to come to Wake Tech and work hard and earn my degree. And now I'm going to NC State as a Goodnight Scholar, and I couldn't be more grateful for all the opportunities that Wake Tech has given me. My name is Dusty Patterson, and this is my Wake Tech story.